Alright. We also get to play the fun game of, does Fox know this voice actor? That's one of the reasons I enjoy playing in English, is I'm just like, do I know this person? Have they been able to announce that they voiced this person yet? I just can't wait for him to say the Oratrice Mechanis Annalise Cardinal. I'm ready. Some time has passed since the incident of Fortress of Meripide, and your sentence here is almost finished.
Now for a little rest after breakfast. This is the life.
I mean, why would you want to leave prison if this is prison?
Wait a sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today?
Are we
Today's
free?
our big day. We're supposed to leave the Fortress of Meripede. Come on, we've got to go complete the release procedures now.
Oh yeah, he said to come to his office to sign papers or something. Masquerade of the Guilty. Let's go. Alright. Talk to the receptionist. She is downstairs, yes? Oh, Ray. Hello, ma'am. I'm back.
Please, sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and you two may exit the Fortress of Meripede via the regular channels.
Aside from teleporting, which I've been doing previously.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry up and... Huh?
Uh-oh.
What's happening?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, thanks. But I wonder what that tremor was just now.
Let's go ask the Duke.
The Duke. A new life's beginning. Let me read my order. I will have order. Where is it? Where is it? Ahem, 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 ahem. An exit card. Oh, there's nothing to read. It's just a piece of paper, but it has been given a name most heartening. The Duke. Did you feel that tremor? Does it have something to do with the primordial sea?
Your Grace?
Your Grace, Tilda.
Good to see you. Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
It wasn't me.
That. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems it came from the surface.
Oh.
Over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur Neuvillette set in place...
Monsieur.
won't fail so easily.
So the fortress is okay?
I mean, I feel like it would
If you
take a
recall
lot.
Our last incident,
Yeah.
if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates in a panic right now.
A good point.
Huh, you've got a point.
He does.
Okay, seems we need to get back up to the surface and ask about what happened. By the way, do you know what day it is today?
Why, it's Christmas Day.
I believe today is this month's pipe cleaning day.
Oh, that's good.
Wait, seriously?
Actually, today's the day we say goodbye to the fortress.
Ah, yes. Have you completed your release papers?
I have.
Yep. It's you two. Are you leaving now? That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were confined here. It's actually been pretty nice.
A lot of people helped us out, and we did a prison break.
Oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place now.
Mhm.
Then be sure to come back and visit. I'll miss you.
I will commit many crimes.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
You're not going to see us off?
How ingenuous of you,
I
Duke.
knew you'd ask. All right, sure. Let's go.
Aww.
Well, you actually agreed. No worries, you must be busy. Paimon was just
No,
joking.
take it, Paimon.
Ah, so you do have a polite side, I see.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too?
Lonely on a Friday night? What a loser. that sentence had that same kind of vibe. All alone on a Friday night? Sucks to be you. No, it's alright. It's not like we'll never visit again. We can just teleport down here.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll come back to see you. Paimon really likes the cafeteria here. The chefs sure do know how to make good grub.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
No promises.
We'll do our best to stay out of trouble. Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Meripede is finished. That's the end of another chapter in our journey. And since Nervlet was the one who asked us to come here, we should probably go report to him now.
Next stop, the Palace Mermonia.
You're going to see Monsieur Nervlet? Please pass on our kind regards.
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
Risley.
I believe it would be the polite thing to do.
Stop avoiding your boyfriend.
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the recent string of troubles.
I will.
If you're concerned about things at the Palais, why don't you take some time to go up and check things out? I believe you should still have some vacation time to spend.
Thank you for being so understanding. It means a lot. It's been some time since I've gone to the surface. I must say that I've started to miss it a little.
I feel like Joe, who's the voice actor for Risley, it feels a lot softer than when we first met him. Like the voice acting he's doing for him. It's like with most of them, like it takes them like a chapter or so to really get into the character and get to know the character. But now they've established a nice voice for him. Oh wait, this is wrong. Oh wait, no, this is right. Let me in. I'm here to see my man. Oh, what's going on over here?
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
So is your reverb on your voice.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Nervlet did say you'd be welcome at any time.
Excuse me. Would you mind helping me take a look at this report?
Isadora, I know you.
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can see yourselves in.
Thanks, Sadine.
Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening.
Ooh, transition. That's a nice transition. Oh, that's a nice transition. Wow. Nice one.
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend to first.
Oh.
In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
That's all right. We just ate.
Did we?
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
Just hanging out with her buddy. The clock that doesn't move. Just staring at him doing his work. He is a beautiful man. I wouldn't mind staring at him.
I should wrap things up for now.
Are you done with your work?
Did you mind that we stared at you the entire time?
Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Meripede. And it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
Yeah, thanks for that.
That's right. And we came here to see you right away.
You and Paimon tell Neuvillette everything that happened since the incident and child.
A massive whale.
What that might be?
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the primordial sea.
How ironic.
A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
Oh.
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? Is he okay?
that she asked that so intensely. He's not from Fontaine, so he won't dissolve.
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself.
You don't have a question about my connection with his vision?
Yes? What is it?
What was that tremor we felt earlier?
Ah, right! Paimon felt it too! We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. In fact, that's exactly what I was busy with a moment ago. The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson.
Poisson!
After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
Every time I hear Poisson, I just have to go Poisson like croissant. Poisson!
The water levels rose? Oh no! What about all the people there?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time and have already returned to normal now. However, I still have a bad feeling about the whole phenomenon.
We should probably evacuate
If
it.
the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Poisson!
Navia should be in Poisson, right?
Poisson! I like Paimon has a very she has a guttural in the Poisson. She's the way that she's hitting her palate. It's interesting. Yes, Spina de Rosula's headquarters is there.
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coastal areas to avoid potential catastrophes.
Good idea.
I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet you there to check on the situation once I finish things here.
Roger, roger.
There's no time to lose. Let's get going.
Oh,
Please be careful.
I will. Thank you, sir.
The two of you have my thanks. If you need any help, just let me know.
Oh, soft boy. That's a soft voice. All right, to Poisson. If I remember where Poisson is. Over here? No. Oh, there it was.
Oh no. What happened here?
Pretty rough shape. Look at the fish, not the fish. There's nobody around. Oh, they're all dissolved. Let's not assume the worst yet.
Navia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still... Paimon means we need to check on her.
If anyone would turn into an Oceanid, she would. Navia. Oh, a guy.
We haven't seen a single soul on
There's
the
a guy
way
up there on the roof, Paimon.
Oh, this is getting scary.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's someone on the roof over there.
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
All right, just hurry.
Where's the sunglasses dudes? They gotta be alright. I love her groupies. Her hype men.
I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own?
Oh.
My Desiree.
Oh, his voice.
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
My leg! My leg! How could this have happened? It hurts!
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my hand if it makes you feel better.
That'll fix your leg. I appreciate these trying to help. What happened? Can I talk to you?
How could this have happened?
Just
Oh, it's the
hang in
same.
there.
Okay. The music got very sad. Though I think this is just like Poisson nighttime music. Stop tripping. Navia! There she is. Ah, she and the Hatman are alive.
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
How did we get down there? We were above her.
You're here.
Oh.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson.
Poisson.
So we came as quickly as we could.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
Oh. Did she lose one of her sunglasses, guys?
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
Oh, I like you. I don't know who you are or what your name is, but I like
All right, you'll be in charge. I'm sorry. Where were we?
you. Oh.
The situation in Poisson?
Poisson.
Right. Allow me to explain. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded in the waterways. But before we knew it, water started pouring out from everywhere.
Did that get really quiet?
The rushing water seemed a little odd.
That was
almost
really
like a unique
quiet.
color of primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was just ordinary water leaking from somewhere.
Oh.
Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared. They were all dissolved.
Oh.
Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from significant heights.
Well, if you had better bridge infrastructure, it might not have happened.
The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot of casualties. Fortunately, the water began to recede after some time, and the chaos came to an end. The water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people there to leave as soon as possible. No one knows if this could happen again.
I'm sorry!
All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the residents. We still haven't completed the head count, but we'll have some numbers soon.
All I'm saying is that if they had railings on the bridges and not the rickety things here, I don't remember how long ago it was that Poisson was like taken back over by the Spina di Rosula and everything like that. But they could have built better infrastructure.
How awful. And all of this just came out of nowhere.
I know, but they were still like tiny little bridges with no railing. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, they were definitely not OSHA compliant. There's no fall protection gear here to be seen.
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad dream.
I'm sorry for ruining the moment, Navia.
Any way we can help, Navia?
Yeah, we're here to help.
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means to me.
Oh.
I really can't express how grateful I am.
Brenna just putting in her whole self into this performance. Oh no, her groupie! Her groupie's gone.
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Where Melis and Silver? Oh no! They were the only ones that I wanted to be okay, besides Navia.
Demoiselle, we've got a situation here.
Oh no.
I'll be right there.
But wait, where's Silver?
Sorry, I need to go for now.
They probably risked their lives protecting her.
And off she goes. Seems it might be a while before she can take a break. ...
Navia walks around to talk with many people, organizing various matters. Her decisions are clear and reasonable.
Okay.
Something...
The wounded are being tended to.
Something...
And we finished a preliminary head count. More support has just arrived, so... I suppose I finally have a moment to focus on my own matters. Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue others. I'll be sure to have everyone at the Spina di Rosula ready to render assistance.
I need to evacuate this area, too.
Paimon, would you two accompany me to my father's grave for a moment?
Huh? Right now?
I understand.
Thank you.
Oh. The gulls once wept. Not the fish! They're everywhere. A potato. The only gravesite in all of Fontaine. I like her, we're like, yay, cheery, happy music. Oh, sunset now.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the
Yeah, I
time
was
of
like,
day and the
given-
whole situation in Poisson, Paimon doesn't think there'd be a ton of people here visiting graves.
Right. That's how things are now. The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Navia?
Oh, there's no need to push yourself so hard. Oh, Navia! Oh no! Oh, hug! I hug you. If I could hug you, I would.
Navia, what's wrong?
Oh, it's a lot, Paimon. Jeez.
Sorry. I just...
Paimon, your empathy meter down is bad. Be good. Be better.
Malus and Silver.
Oh.
They won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
Paimon, shut up. I'm sorry for your loss.
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still, I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time. And they were caught in the seawater.
Oh. Is this...
What should we do?
I've known them for so long. And I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father.
Oh.
And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just gone. I just can't.
Yeah, well, we can hold in memorial of them. We can remember them. We don't need their bodies. It's okay. Oh no, not flashbacks.
So clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, The scenery here isn't half bad.
Yeah, you go, Silver.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
I love how she says Papa. And like I've done it through class, like I've done a few voice acting classes with Brenna now. She's wonderful. But yeah, I love the energy that she brings to Navia.
How could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle?
Oh.
Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later.
It's true. Yeah, her story quest.
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master
Aww.
Callis, Demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious. That way, it'll save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case,
No!
could I be buried on his other side?
Not you two,
After all,
Silver!
besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Me.
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
That's a little presumptuous of you, Silver.
Are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously? All right. I'll remember your requests. But
I know.
I prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I promised to let them rest in peace here.
It's not your fault!
I'm breaking that promise.
No, you're remembering their spirits, it's fine.
I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
Can I hug you?
Doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
Do you, Paimon? Have you also lost both of your companions at one time? Do you just not have the memory of it?
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help.
It's true.
Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing.
You provided your companionship!
I'm so sorry.
Navia.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
We're here for you.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means.
I wish to hug you.
By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Oh.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny,
Oh, Asuna is.
Francine,
Oh.
Karina, Daisy Ray,
Daisy Ray.
Schwanville,
Schwanville.
Julianne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe. But still...
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver. But we were able to save more than we anticipated.
The music went away.
The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
No one sacrifice is truly necessary. I hate that mentality. That you gotta sacrifice yourself to save somebody else. Sometimes you just gotta find a solution to work together to save everybody. And or you thank them for what they did.
Right. Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
Oh, what's the alchemy thing? Equivalent exchange. Does not exist.
Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh, really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
The knave. Father.
The knave? What are you doing here?
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground.
Thank you.
As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
I mean, it'd be really weird if she didn't, considering that the Knave owns an entire above and underground operation, and that has many fingers and many baskets, and so does Navia. I just like that they're, like, again, the whole conversation that we had earlier about the Harbingers, you know, she's just genuinely trying to save her people, and stop whatever's going on, and she's helping for what, maybe it's for selfish reasons, but she's genuinely helping them. Also, to getting off on a tangent, there was a theory going around that she is a hilichurl, and I find that very interesting.
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter, but that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me.
Yeah, Caterpillar, yeah.
Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
Ooh.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies. I'm quite surprised.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've witnessed that firsthand, in any case. As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such,
She's
do
just
not
trying
be
to cover her
troubled by
tracks.
this token of our sincerity. Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
You scratch my back, I
Without
scratch
your help,
yours.
there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything you could. As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now, there's nothing more suitable. They really did become heroes.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia.
Oh.
Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
So, you're one who will try to change fate then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care
Bouffe
of.
de Thé.
And the children need my attention.
I'll come with
By
you, I
the
guess.
way,
Oh,
Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
yes, ma'am.
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I both know that there may be issues with the primordial sea. Previously, it was the fortress of Maripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson.
Oh.
These are both signals.
So, the time for jolly cooperation has come?
Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you.
Oh, I thank you.
During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times and seem to be worth investigating in many ways.
Is it the Narsen Cresses Ordo?
Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove extremely precious.
Oh.
My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck. And at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
As you should.
So that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately,
The children.
Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents. Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you. Which is why I want to give you this task.
Oh, sorry. Someone new joined the server. I'm just making sure that they are okay. Welcome, Lixa Park. Are you sure this will be okay?
The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house. I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Oh, that somehow makes Paimon feel kinda happy.
Somehow.
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Got it. So all we gotta do is
It's definitely a mild threat. Yeah, every time.
can handle that.
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
Oh.
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins? You need to rest.
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do nothing. There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. As my father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had in me.
That's okay. If you need some time, you let me know.
I'm also doing this for myself. I need something, a distraction,
Oh.
to keep my mind off Malus and Silver.
Navia's strong, but she needs company right now. We can be that company if she goes to explore the ruins with us.
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. What do you say, traveler?
Let's go!
All right. The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
Thanks.
Okay, the three of us will handle it. Come on, let's pack up and get going.
Alrighty. Oh. Oh, that's far away. There's nowhere closer, right? No. Go underwater. Thank you. Oh, hey. Free treasure chest. Oh, he's so fast. I never realized like how fast he helps me swim. Ooh. Spooky wind current.
Are these the ruins the knave was talking about? Whoa, talk about old.
It looks like it's made of
They
wind.
seem to be pretty ancient, all right.
Let's go in and have a look.
Just be careful.
Ooh, Palace of Secrets. Fatui intelligence indicates may host heretofore unknown clues. Possible rewards? None. I'm just gonna lower the recommended. Oh, because he's a level 70. Sorry, Nouvelette. I'll level you someday. That's okay. He can still beat your butt. It's so weird to hear their English effort noises. The only one I don't like is, oh! The only one I don't like is Yai, just because it's like, right here, right now. Like, annoying, slightly. Okay, I wasn't supposed to enter the water. Is that death water? Okay, fine. I'll do the thing.
Right here, right now. Emerge. Ha! Come on out.
One with the force.
Silence!
Right now, right here, right now.
Yeah, it's slightly annoying. I wish I knew what that meant. Is the water evil? Why can't I go in the evil water? Oh, I can't go in the evil water. All right, good to know. I just wanted to try it out.
Floor here isn't safe.
Who could have predicted that it would fall? I'm not going to hurt you because I don't have to.
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
That's why I couldn't go in.
And a lot of it, too. A Fontainian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Don't even think about it.
Right. You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous, and it won't be any help for you to just stay here. Don't get Paimon wrong. We're not saying you're useless. It's just that...
It's not safe. It's a valid concern, Paimon.
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you.
You can do a lot, just not here. From the look of things here.
That complicates things. Maybe the only way left is forward.
But you can't go. You can just hang tight.
In that case, do you want to wait for us here?
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise. So staying here wouldn't be safe either.
It'd be safer than going into the water.
I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
Seems there isn't any other option.
All right. Come with us for now then, but please be careful.
Put her in a bubble. So what you're saying is I can't touch the water.
No, it's a dead end. Let's try climbing over from the side.
Whee! I just wanted to see. We're fine. It's fine. That was a nice dive, Kazuha. Oh, one of the pictures. What? Can I not climb? Oh. Lore. No lore. Carrot. Why is there a carrot? Ooh. I like how it zoomed out. This is oddly similar to the thing in Akainomiya. Woo!
Something wrong with this bridge. Run!
Ah! Oh, Navia, grab her, grab her. Yeah, get her. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Why do I suck? Oh, she's alive. Oh, this is... What is this?
Demoiselle.
Oh.
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
Oh.
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Malus.
Hmm? Oh. Was I sleeping?
Yes, it would appear so.
I must be tired.
That's quite possible.
Don't fall asleep.
However, you were the one that suggested we go out for a walk.
Oh, right. I nearly forgot. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. I haven't had a nap today yet. Have I? This is a familiar feeling, yet something's a little strange.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute with him, and we'd resolved the matter not long ago.
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes. I remember now.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too. It's good to see all of you.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that person.
So is she like reliving just before the incident?
They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor Obina was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force is required to calm someone down and get them to listen to what you have to say.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you wanted to give to Miss Navia again?
Oh, yes. One moment, I have it right here. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom.
Oh.
I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little
Oh, they
token of our
were one of the ones that
appreciation.
died. That sucks.
I hope you won't refuse.
Ah, did you cultivate them yourself? Thank you so much. I'll certainly take them. Malus, we do still have some empty flower pots at home, right?
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for some of Mrs. Burnett's flowers.
Very well.
Wait. Something seems to be off here. Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name is Burnett.
She's like,
correct?
you're dead.
That's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I must have heard it when I was discussing things with your husband previously. I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, I'm sure of it. And why are there so few people around here?
You're dreaming.
Where did everyone go?
We must mind the time, demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
Huh? We do? Like what?
Well, now, did you forget?
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
Trial?
My trial? Wait, why would I need to go to the Opera House?
Yes, she's right, demoiselle. It's just about time now, so we should get going.
Oh? All right then.
Oh, we're Navia now? Uh-oh. What are we doing?
Look, it's Navia. She's here.
They're also dead.
And her two attendants are with her.
Everyone is dead. What's going on?
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly excited about something. I even know some of these people. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen.
Ugh.
Why are so many people here? And why do I have no
Is this what everyone
recollection of this
experiences
case?
when they go in the primordial
And
water?
as for the judge, huh? Where's Monsieur Neuvillette?
It's the scale.
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right, but are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but today is an exception.
Hi, Bio. How's it going? Thanks for visiting. We're going through the main story quest, so spoiler alert.
What kind of place do they think this is?
Come on. Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell me where Monsieur Neuvillette is?
Neuvillette.
And why I'm standing trial?
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? In that case, allow me to explain. As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor, the head of the Spina di Rosula, someone held in high regard by every soul in Poisson.
Poisson.
After you took over the
Every
Spina,
time, I'm gonna do it
you
every
treated
time.
all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, you responded. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rosula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
What is this about?
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped so many people get through so many difficulties. You are one with us. We are inseparable.
I don't like how that was said. He is trying to convince her to become water? You must join us. Join us. No, please
We
no.
are one big family. All of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. And with you being so important,
I know.
We couldn't possibly do without you. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare
Oh,
you guilty.
no. No.
You
I know
will
where
be
this is
together
going.
with us.
Not a fan.
Huh? What are you saying? Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown, and I would be willing to be with you all, but what is the purpose of having me stand here like this? What is there to discuss?
Ah, well, if that's what you think, then I have no further comments.
She gave up her life.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
Uh-oh. You don't know what you agreed to, ma'am. Oh, that laugh! Desiree, hello?
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
To turn you into water.
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Save them, save her. Keep her away from them.
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty.
No, let her wake up.
Stay here, Navia. You're one of us.
No. Come back to me.
Mademoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Joinville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
This is
Free and independent
Oh.
spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of Master Callus couldn't stop her.
I like this
Her actions
anti-roast
cannot
of
serve as
Navia.
proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted as an individual, extending her hand to help others. Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontainians here. This is the nation of justice, the nation of Hydro.
Oh.
Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return to everyone.
Interesting.
Water accepts all, blends with all. It will surely accept her kindness.
So
Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro, and in the end, everyone shall meld together. Thus, when a unanimous opinion emerges, that opinion represents justice.
So this is the Epiclese that's doing this, right?
Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia are one.
We as in the waters of
You would call
Fontaine.
this justice?
I'm glad that their souls are still there defending her.
Are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance to exist as an individual.
Oh, they're defending her.
Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals, to become independent?
Do you mean to defy our justice?
Creepy.
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
Yeah, get him.
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend Demoiselle. And that is how we will enforce justice.
Ugh, my head... It hurts.
Wake up, Navia.
Demoiselle.
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. All I can see is stars swirling in front of me. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien,
They're all dead.
and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Oh man, the cinematography.
Don't be afraid. And don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice. We are the will of all.
Desiree's
Don't let them escape.
like
We shall
bringing
keep
it.
Navia here with us.
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn?
Yes, they
How
must.
could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us.
Ooh.
After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
Oh!
What are you saying?
No more excuses.
Oh, they're all Oceanids.
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss Navia, she...
Oh.
Silence.
Yeah, get him! Get him, get him, get him!
That's...
Get him, Nouvellette.
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial.
I wonder how he's here.
The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
Oh!
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind or something?
Oh.
Loose.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus. Silver.
Oh.
Quickly, you must come now.
Before you become water.
Demoiselle.
Well, that was really sweet, but also sad. I'm sad now. It's been too much sadness so far.
Oh, wait! Just a second!
Oh.
Navia?
How did...
You're awake.
You're here!
Good.
How'd you do that? And why didn't you do it before?
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were defending me at some insane trial.
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare? Paimon could give you a hug.
I offered to do that earlier.
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I...
Yeah, what'd you do? What'd you do? Tell me what you did!
What is it?
How'd you do that, sir?
I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you.
Oh.
Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
So people that are dissolved become Oceanids? We knew this, Lumine.
Perhaps those 2 Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
Oh.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing so even after death.
Meh. My heart.
Please come with me.
Weh. How did you know to be down here, Nouvellette?
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right. Perhaps there's something we could chat about?
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden?
Oh, he was gonna meet us, wasn't he?
Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
I feel like there's a lot to talk about, Paimon. A lot just
That
happened.
we should give Navia some time to herself.
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more awkward to call us over like this and then have nothing to talk about?
I suppose so.
By the way, Sijuin sends her... By the way, forgetting what just happened and that Navia almost died, Sijuin says hi.
Ah, Sijuin. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the Fortress of Meropide has not been too much for her, has it?
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
Yeah, I like that he's like, I don't know how to human. Is this what humans do? Is this a human... Like, are we having fun?
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Sijuin would need a lot of time to understand the world of humanity, just as I have.
I think you're a special case.
Duke also says hi, even though Sijuin made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
He's being shy.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately, And I also hope that everything is going well in the Fortress of Meripede.
You can just go down and tell him that. I'm not going to be your middleman. You need to go talk with your boyfriend.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. Let's chat about something else then.
You do most of the talking, Paimon.
So, Neverlet, you're probably quite the swimmer, huh?
Really?
Yes, of course.
I swim regularly. I'm a dragon.
This isn't going anywhere. Let's try something else.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
How did you find these ruins? Did the knave tell you?
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. They had even transported a large quantity of supplies to the area. Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat.
A chat?
She informed me that she had asked you to investigate the ancient ruins here.
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the ruins would take very long, and who would have thought you'd wrap things up so quickly?
Hope Navia can get back on her feet. She's currently standing on them. You can go talk with her. Love is destructive.
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
Aww.
All right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
He's so cute. He's like, people, friends. I can't climb anything. I have the innate urge to climb. Don't do this to me. Another... There are a lot of those big hilly churls. This is very telling.
Enshroud! Emerge, right now.
Be sanctified.
Get him!
Settle down.
He did. Lore, are there books for me to read? Oh, the way the camera zoomed out.
Oh no,
Whoop,
another unstable path. Watch your step.
Oh, intense music. Ugh. Oh god. Kazuha! Climb! Well, now how do I get up? Okay. This music is intense. A lot of hilly churls hanging out.
Right here.
Day Day, now that you said everything looks like Charlian, I can't get it out of my head. Like, yeah, this is definitely Charlian.
Into the wind.
Seems we're almost at the top.
Ah. Ah, intense music over. We're fine now.
One with nature. Can't see? Right now. Emerge. Right here.
As one with wind and cloud.
Bow your head. Let the mighty be humbled.
my face!
Right now, right here, right now.
I win! Okay. Ooh, elevator. Oh. Where am I going? The very sad cello gets me. Ooh, beautiful. Well, guess we're not going back that way.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces in the vicinity.
What are we gonna fight?
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Seems to be something on the wall. Oh.
Stone slates. It seems like they were put here as an offering. Could we take them down and have a look?
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
We can look at them right, like, at the wall. We don't have to touch them.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
The surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see.
Reason dictates.
Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed. I shall record the history of its future here in its past.
Timey-wimey? Are we timey-wimeying?
Feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose. But does he mean that Fontaine should be destroyed?
Reason dictates.
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes. Indeed, the slate's contents correspond to it. Take the second slate, for example.
There was a creation of Fontaine, right?
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated. And there's a whole bunch of other people behind her doing the same. She's facing this,
It's Celestia, obviously.
What is this?
Right?
Some kind of island in the sky?
And is that Lady Furina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
She was maybe birthed from the water?
And is that a ring of people around her? Paimon doesn't quite get it. Are they all in the water?
The fourth image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the prophecy.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne.
Yes, they do seem to match. We did see that one in the trailers. That's like the scene from the movie. What you doing, Nouvellette? What'd you do?
More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it.
What did you do?
Most likely due to us missing the first slate. I am very sorry.
What? I don't understand what you were trying to do.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette. Deciphering ancient stone slates isn't one of your duties.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at these slates.
So we need to find the first one?
The history of the future, right? That means the prophecy's sure to come
Who did it, though?
I really hope it doesn't mean that.
Still, Paimon feels like these images are kind of weird when you look at them together.
Yeah, the art looks really inconsistent. The issue is the order of the third and the fourth images, right? I mean, I guess it makes sense that if you're thinking about it, like, so she was birthed from the waters, and then that's what would happen afterwards.
That's right. If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third, where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
And yet the order is reversed here.
What sin are the people in the images confessing to? How do you know that? How do you know?
If we go by timing, Lady Furina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records.
Does it?
The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? And if not, why would she be in such a posture?
Well, she's probably taking...
Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents, could this place be the origin of the prophecy? Does that mean that someone, or some people, once saw these slates?
But who would have created these slates and left these words here?
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Furina.
In that case, there's no time to lose. There's nothing else to be gained here, so let's head back first.
Yeah.
Better get somewhere safe for now.
Right, I know that we'll, like... So I'm feeling like she's more or less... It's a strange comparison to make, but it's kind of like a Jesus scenario where she's like offering herself up to cleanse the sin of Fontaine, and that's why there's the flood, so that everyone can go back and be rebirthed, and just like, because they all started as Oceanids originally, and then I don't know how, timey-wimey magic primordial one, they became people, and so now that there has been lots of sin and death and everything else, they are more or less the sacrifice to keep Celestia from just ravaging everything. But I think Celestia more or less is like, nah, man, we're just going to do it anyway. Honestly, who created the slates doesn't matter now. Yes, it does! The real question is whether things will truly play out as the prophecy foretells or not. It does matter, Lumine. Exactly. That's, you know... I'm not a theory channel for a reason. I just like talking about theories. Maybe after this whole Archon Quest, we'll have a just talking day, and we'll just discuss all the fun theories of Genshin and watch Ashikai.
Let's here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Celestia.
You still have energy for that, Navia? Paimon's already beat.
Just head back to the Fleuve Cendre and have a rest then. Thanks for keeping me company all this time.
Anytime, Navia.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Rest well, everyone.
His mic makes him sound like he's talking in my ear. Like, Navia at least seems like farther away from the mic, but like Ray's just like eating the microphone. Like, yes, sir.
Traveler, I will go talk to Furina tomorrow morning to ask about the stone slates. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
See you tomorrow.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a problem? Paimon's getting a little scared now that it's come to this.
She has long been harboring secrets and will not give them up easily. which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands the present situation.
Alright.
Yeah, get her.
We'll leave it in your hands then. You're probably the best person to talk to her anyway.
I mean, you've been with her for like 500 years, so.
I will be carefully considering my words tonight.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fleuve Cendre is always open to you, as ever. So please don't think you're an imposition.
Oh.
All right. I'll be on my way then.
Get some rest eventually, Navia. Go talk to Clorand or something. Oh. Okay, I guess we're going there. Hey, we made it.
We're finally back.
So echoey.
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
True?
Yay! And there's good food too. Navi, no, the boss is the best.
Did she do well? I mean, I appreciated your moral support, I guess.
Ooh, desserts. Nice. These are all Paimon.
The largest garlic bread in the world.
Paimon's already starting to forget what happened today.
Mona? Mona?
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think it is?
Mona? What are you doing here?
It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
What are you doing here? I guess she predict things? Is that why you're here? You're gonna tell the future? Did the stars not tell you we might meet here?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Still, we didn't expect to see you here. Wait, you're not a Fontainian, are you, Mona?
Don't go swimming.
I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out for a stroll when I bumped into you. Quite unexpectedly, if I might add.
You must have gotten... I mean, it makes sense that she would get a hotel down here because I bet these are the cheapest hotels.
Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound much like a Mondstadter surname?
Mondstadter.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a great astrologist's pupil was to change that name.
Squint. What was your previous name?
There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now according to her wishes. To my surprise, however, Magistus is not the name of some ancient house or clan.
It isn't?
Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Wow! Imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well?
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take one.
May I ask what your master's name is? Tell me your master's name! I think we know her name already.
Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Barbeloth? Barbeloth? Interesting.
Whoa, that's a long one. Does it also mean great or
Well, it does have Magistus in it.
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice as great scholar of the stars. Just take it as a title specific to astrologists.
Thrice as great? That's so petty.
I know.
Wow,
That's just
Paimon.
who she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed her name to Trismegistus.
Talk about excessive.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it further should you need to study astrology more deeply.
Thanks. How about Triple Appetite Paimon?
Terrible!
Hey, I'm just saying.
But anyway, you're not Fontainian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
She's
Well,
like,
I
yes.
was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dornman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while, after which I settled down in Mondstadt City.
So you're saying...
That's a good thing then. At least we know you won't be dissolved by Fontaine's waters.
The what?
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
Did you come to Fontaine because of the prophecy, Mona?
That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things more certain and less scary.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of all Tevat. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world.
I mean, true.
I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist, but a visionary. But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world. Disregarding it would be a mistake.
A visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
I mean, they created the slates, so I would assume.
And I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers who could do something similar.
I need to ascertain the accuracy of the prophecy. Could you help me get in touch with your master?
Huh? Are you sure? All right, I'll help you. It isn't often that I
Oh, we get to talk with the Hexenzirkel.
I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Thanks, Mona. You're amazing as always.
She's the great.
Oh, well, this is something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
That's the greatest of astrologists for you. Of all the people we know, you know the star's the best.
Indeed, indeed. That's the spirit.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need, do not hesitate to inform the Spina di Rosula.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you two again.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks.
Well, we were making a ruckus.
Right, but we were able to recruit Mona's help, didn't we? Our Fontanian friends will thank us someday. Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get up, traveler. We agreed to go see Novelette, so let's pack it up and get going.
All right. Well, that was interesting. Nice little Mona detour. She still exists. Monsieur Novelette. Okay. No one's here today.
You're here, finally.
Uh-oh.
Is something wrong?
Monsieur Nurvelette and Lady Furina, they
Oh.
seem to have gotten into a dispute. Please go see for yourself.
My money's on Novelette. Frida's a wuss.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us.
Ooh.
It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
You mean they're all...
Oh.
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again.
Oh, he's so serious.
I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Ooh, he angry. He dead angry.
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that. But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
The prophecy?
You know what I'm talking about.
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of this either?
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
That's what I said.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Furina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters.
Ooh.
There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly.
On the sly.
This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
Because she's 2 different people?
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type.
You.
Ooh.
Well, since you know about my investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it.
I appreciated that delivery.
There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead.
He is the dragon sovereign, Furina.
You're Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine.
Furina, he gonna kick your butt.
That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again.
Wow.
Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
She said, bye. Dramatic.
Did Furina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling. She didn't seem in the mood to care if we were listening in or not.
She seems to be deliberately hiding something. You deliberately disobeyed
I
me.
assume you've been outside for a while now?
Yeah.
Oh, you noticed. Seems Furina didn't even realize we were here.
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why did she keep refusing to engage?
I'm afraid questions alone might not suffice. We had to force it out of her. We had to make her understand how dire this... I feel like she does understand.
Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to.
That's what I said.
We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
A trial?
Oh? Like what?
You gonna set her up?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience just such a scenario.
Oh, yeah.
But Furina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions. How do we make sure that she won't just slip away at the first chance she gets?
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can.
Are we gonna get the knave involved?
If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass. This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this.
In that case, we will need help.
But who will lend us their aid to do such a thing?
Oh, I think I know who to call. Ghostbusters! A few days later on a boat somewhere in quiet Poisson.
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Okay, who did we find? Who is our friend? Who did we bring? I'm curious. Who did we call? It's not Child, because he's in water somewhere. But someone in hiding. I don't know.
Poisson was just an
Oh,
disaster,
Lynette!
so it's presently devoid of people. That naturally makes it the best choice.
I was thinking it was like Linny Lynette.
Drinking tea like it's the most
Yeah.
natural thing in the world, huh?
That's what families should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
He's like, don't talk to me.
Me?
Oh,
No,
Freckles.
I don't think I can.
Then, how about you, good sir?
Good sir. Oh, Nouvellette is
I fear
here.
that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last. I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
Oh, everybody's
That was a little
here.
long-winded, don't you think?
Ooh, girlfriend snitching at you.
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, our friend here, the Traveler, has brought us together to discuss something.
We must put Furina in jail.
What that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Oh, how intriguing.
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Chlorand and used on the spot. So, let's invite her to explain in detail. A round of applause, please.
Huh? Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
I see. And what does
I was gonna say, isn't he her boss?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
So cute. Oh, the smile, the smug, the smirk.
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for Lynette, oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
Just the Chlorand, you are not escaping the Caitlyn, the Caitlyn accusations.
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus.
Ooh.
Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned.
Yes, that's a good
so
meme.
The hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake. A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device.
Makes sense.
Sometimes a lethal implement will also be necessary to deal with the prey.
Lethal implement.
So, if we were to build a trap together, right now, what would you choose to build it with?
What are we catching?
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and naturally enter the snare.
They can't see
Our
baskets.
line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry, so you can count on our techniques.
As is known universally, pigeons and rabbits can't see baskets.
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker if I do say so myself.
Rolls eyes.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like placing bait in the water and waiting for the fish to come within reach.
Fishing.
That's the kind of method I would count on.
That's called fishing, Furina.
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person.
You would probably a slice of cake, yeah.
And I can be their assistant.
A cute cat?
With discretion, I'm sure.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought me some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and such. When placed in the forest, they can attract others of their kind. I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
She's like,
I did. And that would be a good way to go about it. If they're realistic enough, animals of the same kind will follow them all the way to the trap.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I do not have any related experience.
He's like, I am an ancient being. I've never had to hunt in my life.
That makes sense. You usually solve problems directly, without the use of any such tricks. But I do have one more question for you, Monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
Kind, as always. However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device and the type of implement we need. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait, why is that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life and death is often exceedingly thin.
So, are we going hunting together?
Huh. We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters. It kinda works, but maybe it's still not the best metaphor.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, then the hunting metaphor is actually quite accurate. But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god, a being whose seat is an exalted throne.
That's right.
Oh, so that's what's going on. Sounds very interesting.
Cloran's hunting metaphor was just that, a metaphor. You will not call this a hunt, because that's not what you should do at present. Nor has the relationship between you and Furina reached such a dire stage. Who's talking to me? What you need is simply the secret she's keeping. Attempting to take her secrets is an act of sacrilegious disrespect, but must be done to prevent Fontaine from seeking into the waters, as foretold in the prophecy. Who's talking to me? There is neither hunter nor prey, but there must be a trap. This is what you will need. Is this the narrator? Is the narrator speaking to me? Okay. I see it. All right. That's where Silver and Malus would hang out. Way. Okay. Yeah, Lenny's like, sounds like a plan. Sounds like we're gonna break some rules. I'm in. Hello?
It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? So much has been happening.
These meetings sure did make me hungry.
Paimon didn't think the meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh?
Paimon
thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just looked a little surprised.
I feel like that's just Fremine's constant state of being. Do you feel more confident after the meetings, Paimon? Maybe.
It's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great.
Yeah.
After all, you're the most reliable person
In
in the world.
the world?
Huh?
Something wrong?
Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all.
Mona?
Then what's that?
Oh, Mona's teacher?
Paimon's never seen that cup before.
That's a cool...
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Oh, it is Mona's teacher.
Who's that voice? But there's no one here.
She's invisible?
Aw, have you forgotten me already?
Wait, you are familiar.
Oh!
The voice we heard from the sky in Sumeru.
Are you? I think I listened to it in Japanese, and so I don't recognize the voice.
The voice from the sky, I fear that description is wrong. Though, not completely wrong.
Who is this voice?
You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously.
I know her.
I sensed that confusion and thus came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine, after all.
Who are you, and what do you want with us?
Consider me a passerby, just accepting a commission from my friend's disciple on a whim.
Oh, so she's one of the Hexen Circle. Friend's disciple. This is one of the friends of Mona's master, the enigmatic Inn of the Hexen Circle. Will Fontaine's prophecy come true?
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
Hey!
What? Then is there any way we can stop it?
I know that line.
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed?
Are there really no exceptions?
Ah, so you've caught on. Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall?
Like under the
Are
ground?
things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive? ...
What is she talking about? It all sounds really impressive and important and stuff, but it also sounds kind of scary.
Yeah, it beats me. The tea in the teacup is just about gone as well.
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant, but others you must reach out to change. Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
Well, what's my part?
This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality. Well, that'll be all for today.
The voice. It's gone.
Interesting. Mage Ann, is this the clue you're leaving for us? A teacup? The unexpected nudes leads to complicated feelings. Lie in bed asleep. When you wake up, someone seems to be outside.
What? I want to hear someone talking. Alright, coming.
You're getting more diligent, Paimon.
Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively banter.
Oh no. Have you been these past few days? I spoke to a ghost witch lady.
Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I expected.
Have they found Sir Arthur?
Not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations. I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
Charlotte?
Did she
Yeah. Did she happen to have pink hair?
Why, yes. It was Charlotte. You remember her, right? That daredevil journalist.
I like how fondly she said her name.
Prophecies are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Actually, someone else came.
Huh?
You tell Mona about your mysterious guest. Yeah, how do you... It's true. How do you get in touch with her? She probably, like, in Final Fantasy XIV, there's something called a link shell, which is basically a cell phone. It's just this little pearl that you just talk to someone in their brain. I believe she came to pass a message on to us.
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost. But I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
Interesting.
Whoa. The Hexens...
Well, are they all like the elf people then?
But they must really stay in shape to live so long.
Their abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, I wouldn't say personally.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Her kind of disembodied voice was
She
there.
was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so...
They're always cryptic.
Perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now.
True, her words are meant to be a helpful as a hint, but when we will realize their value and their meaning, was that the best answer that my question could have gotten?
Traveler, Paimon, are you two all right?
I was deep in thought.
Oh, we're fine. We're just a little down right now.
She did drink the tea somehow.
It feels like the end is coming, you know?
Paimon, sorry.
I feel that same sense of desperation, too.
I'm just imagining Paimon standing on the curb with like a bag over her like her dress and like one of those cardboard signs. It's like, the end is nigh.
I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed. But even so, I still hope for and believe in miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful.
So dramatic.
Perhaps that's what N was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart, and to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone. I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh. You do have a point.
Many people have points.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff. I need to get going.
Don't worry about it, Mona, and thank you.
It was worth trying to comfort you, even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did. I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
Oh. Farewell, Mona, until the next Mondstadt event.
By what Mona said, but also kinda sad too. Hey, traveler, Paimon suddenly feels like going outside for a walk. Let's go.
We are currently outside.
Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
In the sewers? Oh yeah, the shop. I still don't have all these building blueprints. I need to get more of that specific wood.
Huh? Our names are written in this newspaper. What's going on?
Maybe we're famous.
Let Paimon see. The underwater stronghold, the Fortress of Meripede, has continued in its noble autonomy, but that does not mean that others cannot interact with it. My recent attempts to enter the fortress bore little fruit.
Oh, Charlotte.
Guess Charlotte still hasn't given up on that.
Just get arrested.
Did an Outlander friend become the focus of this report? A blonde adventurer with their white fairy legends trailing in their wake. It is said that this mysterious traveler once visited the underwater fortress.
I did.
So while the fortress's interior remains a mystery behind closed doors, do not fear, for the tales of the traveler contain surprises in spades. Journalist Charlotte's biggest scoop yet. The Traveler's Trail, World Walker.
Did she talk with me about this?
Charlotte took so many awesome photos of us and we never even noticed her. She hasn't been able to get a hold of anything at the fortress, so since we're easier to find, she's using us as the subject matter instead?
Sure seems to be the case.
Ugh, seriously? Well, fine. Those headlines and photos do look cool, so Paimon will forgive her this time.
Alright. Continue moving forward. Bum, 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 bum. Ah, yes, the very expensive restaurant.
Paimon's hungry. Should we go in and get something to eat?
Do we have money for it? Well, apparently. There's a few people here, I guess.
Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition only 16 slices a day cake!
Hasn't already sold out for the day?
It was so delicious the last time we tried it, despite the tense situation we were in.
Despite Furina having a, a complete meltdown, but it's fine. We can't let anyone get ahead of us.
One slice of cake, please.
No!
Someone showed up after all. Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can eat.
Wow.
Did I really say something like that?
That's right. Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule, apart from work. I shall have my cake and
I
coffee.
shall have my cake and coffee.
Then what if someone told you one day that this place would be closing soon, and you wouldn't get to eat cake here anymore? What would you think?
Paimon, why are you trying to give this poor Melusine an existential crisis? They're just living their life, here to get their cake. You're just gonna ask them this nice metaphor for dying.
But why would it close?
Well, Paimon doesn't know either, but maybe...
But maybe we'll all die tomorrow. What about then?
You know, like in the prophecy.
Oh, the prophecy. To be honest, I haven't paid much attention to that. No, still, even if there'd be no more cake tomorrow, that wouldn't keep me from having some today.
Oh.
No, it's the same for eating in general. You might not be able to eat tomorrow, but if you can do so today, then you should carry on. That's what people call living, you know.
I think I heard someone say that it was a YOLO, correct?
Huh. Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I have 2 more slices of cake to go? These 2 slices are for you.
Aww.
Said that this kind of expression you're making is what humans call being sad.
Being sad. She's very well versed in human emotions.
Oh, you know Seachwing?
Do all Melusines know each other?
I sure do. She was born before me, and she sometimes comes to the surface to teach us things about humans.
Interesting. Because we've proven that Melusines can live a really long time, just like Neuvillette and a few of the others can. So the fact that she was born before, is that why she looks more human? Is it because she's older and like eventually Melusines will become human over time?
She said that humans are creatures that are saddened easily, yes, and you can only lift their spirits by feeding them delicious food. So please try the cakes here.
Oh.
I've got something else to do, so I'll be going now. You two try to stay in a good mood after eating, all right? Bye.
Bye. She's cute. I like her. Please don't let anything happen to her. I've had too many friends die.
All right, let's dig in. I'm unsure this cake will be delicious.
Paimon had another moment. Well, I hope we live to see tomorrow. Good to see you too, I guess, if we don't all drown. Share a glance and then snarf the cake.
It's more delicious than last time. And the flavor gets even better with a sip of tea. Sure
Oops.
would be nice if we could always eat delicious food here.
I didn't mean to skip that. Sorry, Paimon. It'd be nice if we could always eat here, except we're all gonna die tomorrow. Paimon! Calm down. I think I bought all the recipes here. No, I haven't! Now I have. How much butter I got? I need more butter. Foie gras. Need more sugar. Thanks. Oh, wait. Nice.
Time to go.
Oh, we're near the Steambird office.
Oh.
Let's go look for Charlotte and have a chat.
A chat. Let's have a little chat. Hi, Charlotte. You make friends with Mona?
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
We did, actually.
Ha! You've got some nerve. You just used us to make some quick mora.
Can we negotiate a profit split?
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though.
It's probably because Poisson went underwater.
It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
Really? Oh, you're the best!
You're almost a little too easy to win over, Paimon. If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me?
When Mona mentioned you, we thought of coming to see you at work.
I see. It seems you've already bumped into Mona here in Fontaine. So she mentioned me? What did she say?
Aw.
She said that you're a real daredevil
A
of a journalist.
daredevil.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary
You want to know more about Maripine?
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do is dive deeper and ask you to talk about the things you've seen and experienced.
Why are you surprised she wants to interview you?
Yeah. Are we even qualified enough?
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
Oh, in that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then?
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props.
Even props?
Whew, so much to get done now. Talk to you later.
She's very serious about her job.
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If, just for example, Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow, what would you do today?
You know, if you just didn't wake up in the morning, you know, how would you spend like your last few moments? Just a hypothetical. Paimon, read the room.
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow.
If you were, say, gonna die, like, well, what would you do? Describe your last meal.
If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end.
That's how I feel.
So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy.
I like your
Just think about it.
ideals,
If this
Charlotte.
nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless. And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various
No.
nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist. But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh? Paimon's been thinking.
I know.
If it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Tevat that would be destroyed tomorrow, where would we go and what would we do?
We'd go to the sky.
No, Paimon should ask if you could choose.
Oh.
What would you like to do?
Do I actually get to choose? Am I gonna talk? Is she gonna talk? If I could choose, huh? Are you gonna talk? I'm waiting. I got my headphones on. It's just like Charlotte said, suddenly trying to consider what to do is pointless.
We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
Till the moment comes, I think I'll keep journeying on.
You mean, still traveling?
Yes, cherishing every single moment that I have to look upon this world.
Huh. Wait, isn't that what we've always been doing?
Just keep it on. The banter goes back and forth between the two of you as time slips by. As night falls, you return to your accommodations and end this busy day. The next few days are just as calm. Charlotte comes to find you and conducts the interview at the Spina de la Brazula safe house at the Fleuve Cendre. I heard Navia, having finished her business in Poisson, even drops by to take a photo with the two of you. All goes well. Can I get that photo?
Feels like you'll grow mold if you stay here long enough.
We don't have to stay here. What day are we waiting for?
It's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
I thought you said you loved it there.
Ah, so the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Hi, Isadora.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the fortress of Meropide.
You're under the impression that we wanted criminals?
Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually,
A message?
I'm here to pass along a message from him.
Did something happen?
Yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
A riot?
Let's start a riot.
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that serious.
No one died.
Lady Furina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her, loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis. And before she could respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
Whoa.
So people have started to put the blame on Furina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
Well, I mean, they have the power to not threaten, make things threatened, so I understand.
So what happened after that? Is Furina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Maréchaussée Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Furina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's still missing?
Uh-oh.
That's right. The Maréchaussée has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all.
I like how they
Even
keep...
if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
That's so been emphasized that, you know, she's a god. You know, like that weight and that responsibility and that power has been put on her. That's very different from some of the other ones. I understand the situation.
Good. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Oh, I know what to do.
Don't worry. This is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Ah, is that so? Well, all right then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
Their faces, they're like, let's go, Mission Impossible theme.
Like we should hurry over to Poisson then.
You sure got on quickly.
If we know Furina, she won't try to fix things in this situation. Instead, she'll look for a place to wait out the heat. And as we also know, she may be loud and dramatic, but she doesn't have a heart of stone. When Nervillet was talking to her in the Palais Mermonia, and she heard about Poisson, she couldn't hide her sadness and remorse. It would be hard for her to ignore being accused by the public today. Paimon thinks Furina's probably taken the opportunity to slip away to Poisson and try to relieve the sense of guilt that she's feeling.
What's she gonna do?
Huh. Well, what do you think? Paimon knows the answer, of course, but Paimon can do the analysis to back it up too. Cool, huh?
Looks like those detective novels had an effect on you. Where's your detective mask?
In that case, there's not a moment to lose. Poisson, here we come!
All right. I will be right back.
This place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation.
And Venizio.
Could Furina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible.
Venizio is here. I'll be right back. Sit tight for uno momento.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
All right, we're back. Ugh. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so yes, poisson. You love poisson. I don't know why. It's just so funny to me every time they say it, because some people put like a really hard French accent on it. Some people don't. It's just entertaining. All right, Furina, where you at, babe? Where you at? Is she down? Oh, there she is. That's a big fish. What's up, Furina?
That's Furina, right over there. She really is here all on her own.
Stay quiet for now.
Should I just give up? This is all meaningless. What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, poor girl.
Give up, Furina.
There's no point in holding out.
What are you holding out for?
I'm sorry. But what can I even do? Other than to repeat meaningless apologies over and over.
Furina?
Who's that?
It's me!
Don't worry, Furina, it's just us.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land.
You know my
Why,
name.
I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Furina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it.
A likely story.
Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my enjoyment of the arts. They even dare to tout their Archon. I must teach them a lesson. I can just imagine their twisted and frustrated faces once they realize that I'm nowhere to be found. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Maréchal Phantom are freaking out right next to them, too.
You're, stop trying to act tough, Furina.
Of course not.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there!
Uh-oh. Well, they're with the nice peaceful music. That peaceful music's gone now.
Quick, after her!
Uh-oh.
Furina, those people seem to be after you.
We should probably run.
They are... They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line.
Ooh.
Because they haven't been able to meet me in person, aren't they? That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Furina just ran off.
What do you think she was gonna do?
Quick, we have to catch up with her.
What did you think was going to happen, Paimon? There she goes. Good thing they run slower than her. Slowest chase scene in the world, with no music behind it.
This should be the place, right? Hey, Furina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
It's all a part of all according to Kikaku.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
Fish house. Smells like fish.
Paimon's exhausted.
You didn't do anything.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
We might want to lower your voice just to hidden. There's a big machete over there.
You were right.
Are those mussels?
That's a good girl.
Clams?
What's happening? The ground's shaking. Is it an earthquake?
Another disaster just struck, I suspect. I like how I'm just playing it up.
A quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be. It's happening again.
Well, there's no need to worry too much about that. Nouvellette's made some emergency plans, so the evacuation should go a lot smoother this time.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
No.
But the people of Poisson, they've already...
Has Furina reached her limit? Now that she's talking about her actual feelings, she's starting to look far less stiff. Talk amongst yourselves as she slowly calms down.
I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years.
Oh.
I once had informants
Time
all
for
over
the
Teyvat,
tea.
searching for clues and feeding information back to me. I've tried all kinds of ways too to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing. But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time.
Oh.
We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do,
Oh, heavenly
the will of the
principles!
heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled.
We actually talking about the heavenly principles up in here. You still haven't given up, right?
Give up. I do love the sound of that phrase. It would mean finally coming to terms with fate, but also for me to finally be free.
But that would also mean that all hope would disappear.
Indeed. I've thought about giving up so many times, especially after we almost lost Poisson. Fate is really unreasonable, isn't it? It has no heart and obeys no rules. The prophecy has only just started to come true, and so many people have already lost their lives. But just now, it all became clear to me. I still don't have the right to come to terms with fate on behalf of everyone else. As long as the final moment hasn't come, it's still not too late.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I will keep hope alive for everyone until the very end.
I believe in you.
Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden.
Their faces.
But honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all.
Bipolar, that's fine. Split personality,
Don't take
Furina.
any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
We're running out of time. We can't just go back to square one like this. We have to get more information out of her. Furina, you might not have to shoulder this burden alone. I mean, I could become the next Hydra Archon. What do you think of that? Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone, your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness. You wouldn't be familiar with that term.
A witness? Yes. I've heard that you came to Teyvat from beyond the stars,
Oh,
yes.
well, I mean...
In other words, you never belonged here.
You could say that if you're being
And
rude.
if Teyvat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you?
I don't know. I feel like I've...
If that's the case...
I do feel like I've really affected what's happened, so I don't think I'm a spectator, but... There's no time left. Please, Furina, just spit it out! Ooh. Animation time! Stupid trimmers interrupting our moment. Oh, oh! Lenny, how did you do that? Lenny, that was poor timing.